After relatively poor scores in the last 2 game weeks, and with numerous injuries and rotation risk players in the defence and midfield, the wildcard is in play for the FPLtips team, allowing unlimited transfers until the Game Week 4 deadline. Here are some early thoughts on how the new squad might look. Ben Foster could keep his place, after West Brom kept 2 clean sheets from their opening 3 games, against Bournemouth and Burnley. With fixtures against Brighton, West Ham and Watford coming up over the next month, there's no rush to change the goalkeeper. The defence needed a lot of work, however, with none of the previous 5 defenders keeping their place in this draft. Cedric Soares comes in to replace Jack Stephens, with Saints having recently signed a new centre-back. A home trip to Watford next, before away games against Crystal Palace and Stoke, suggests there could be more clean sheets to come from Southampton in the coming month. Manchester United defender Phil Jones has started every game so far, keeping a clean sheet in each. The England defender appears to have cemented his place in Jose Mourinho's side, at least in the short term, and looks a steal at just £5.1 million. Finally, Ben Mee will be used as part of a rotation in defence for Burnley's upcoming home fixtures. They face Crystal Palace, Huddersfield, West Ham, Newcastle and Swansea in their next 5 home games. There are 3 changes in midfield, as both Paul Pogba and Henrik Mkhitaryan come into the team for this potential wildcard draft. The pair look significantly underpriced this season, having contributed to 9 of Manchester United's 10 goals so far, providing 2 goals and 7 assists between them. Mkhitaryan has produced 14 attempted assists in the opening 3 games, which is more than any other player in the Premier League, while Pogba has taken a total of 12 goal attempts, with 3 hitting the target, in addition to his 6 attempted assists. Spurs midfielder Christian Eriksen keeps his place in the team, despite failing to provide FPL returns against Burnley in Game Week 3. The Denmark international has been directly involved in 3 of his team's 4 goals so far, and produced more attempted assists than any other player in the Premier League last season. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah completes the starting midfield. The Egyptian has provided 1 goal and 1 assist in each of his 2 Premier League starts this season, after being rested against Crystal Palace in Game Week 2. His tally of 8 shots on target is more than any other Premier League player has managed this season. There's just one change up front, and it's a controversial move to downgrade the league's joint top goalscorer, Romelu Lukaku. This is just an idea at this stage, and could yet change before the final Game Week 14. But the thinking here is that the Manchester United midfield duo could provide better value in the short term. Lukaku scored 64% of his goals at home last season, and is about to face a run of 8 Premier League games where just 3 fall at home. 2 of those home fixtures come against Everton and Spurs. With that in mind, is the Manchester United forward going to provide a go-to captain option over the next couple of months? If he isn't, can he justify his £11.7 million price tag? Of course, Lukaku will still score plenty of goals, and there may well be weeks where he single-handedly outscores the Manchester United midfielders. With his incredibly high ownership, the risk of going without Lukaku is huge, but still somehow remains an option. West Ham's Javier Hernandez is the man who'd replace Lukaku, coming in at over £4.5 million cheaper and allowing a more balanced squad elsewhere. Despite their poor start to the season, the Hammers have faced 3 away games so far, against some solid defensive teams in Manchester United, Southampton and Rafa Benitez's Newcastle. Chicharito has scored West Ham's only 2 goals so far, taking a total of 7 goal attempts, 4 of which have hit the target. Only 3 Premier League strikers have managed more shots on target: Joselu, Lukaku and Kane. This strategy requires keeping faith in Harry Kane, not only for a place in the squad, but also as the primary captain choice. Despite failing to score in August once again, the Spurs forward has taken more goal attempts than any other player in the Premier League, and only Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah have managed more shots on target. In addition to this, Kane has hit the woodwork twice and produced a tally of 5 attempted assists. Spurs have a much kinder run of fixtures over the next 5 game weeks, with home games against Swansea and Bournemouth, as well as away trips to West Ham and Huddersfield, after their Game Week 4 fixture against Everton. So surely the England striker will break his goal drought soon. Finally, Roberto Firmino keeps his place in the team, following his double-figure returns in 2 of the first 3 game weeks. The Liverpool forward looks set to continue providing great value at just £8.5 million, especially considering his additional penalty duties for this season. Doubling up on Liverpool attack may appear risky, especially with a trip to Man City up next, But only Manchester United have scored more goals than Liverpool so far, and Jurgen Klopp's side have produced at least 8 shots on target more than any other Premier League side in the opening 3 game weeks. Robb Elliott should keep his place on the bench, providing Newcastle refrain from signing a new first-choice goalkeeper before the transfer window closes. Tom Carroll still looks ideal for the 5th midfielder, and with Swansea's kind run of fixtures, Kyle Naughton joins him to be used as part of the defence rotation. Naughton faces Newcastle, Watford, Huddersfield and Leicester in his next 4 home games, and was used as a wing-back in the last 2 Premier League games, providing an assist against Crystal Palace last game week. Finally, Ahmed Hegazi is another strong budget option in defence. The West Brom defender has played a hand in his team's 2 clean sheets so far, and his attacking potential stands out above his teammates. He's scored 1 goal so far, taking a total of 4 goal attempts, with 3 hitting the target. As mentioned before, this setup would require keeping faith in Harry Kane to be the primary captain option for 4 of the next 5 games. However, in Game Week 4, a punt on Chicharito is tempting, with the rest of the attackers all travelling away from home. It isn't a straightforward choice, however, as he'll face a Huddersfield side that are yet to concede a goal in the Premier League, having kept out Crystal Palace, Newcastle and Southampton so far.